All right, so today I'm going to try to get this Atari Soccer off my list of things that need to be fixed. If you saw my previous video, I had a problem with the dark colored players not being displayed. These are the light colors. You can see the dark colored ones. That guy there and that guy there aren't being drawn. And I'm assuming that it's these PROMs have gone bad. One of those PROMs has gone bad. I really don't have any way to test these at the moment, so I'm just going to replace all of them with 2 EPROMs here. I've got those programmed already right there. But you can see here there was no goalie. Well, let's see if they'll kick it back over that direction. They're not going to. Anyway, so you can see here the 2 players for the right hand side, they're missing. And you'll see there's no goalie player here, and that's what we're trying to fix. So let me yank these old PROMs out and put the new EPROMs in. So I've removed the 6 PROMs and put the 2 EPROMs in, and still missing the characters. Still missing the dark characters. So there's something more going on. That means I need to pull out the schematics and pull out the scope and start probing around. So let me see what I can figure out. I haven't grabbed the schematics for this yet, but I just probed around, and there's a couple of latches by these PROMs, the graphics PROMs, that need to be latching that data, and I think it's working, but there's a weird signal, and it's the 12 megahertz clock signal. So if I touch this guy with the probe and look at it, that looks kind of strange. The minimum is definitely not going to a valid logic low. So I'm wondering if this chip is just not fast enough for that operation. So I'm going to replace it. I don't think it's going to fix anything, but I want to replace it and see if I can improve the signal at least, and then I'm going to take some further looks with the scope. Alright, so I've replaced the chip, and I tried several different ones, and I even tried different technologies. This one is an advanced low power Schottky. The signal is not improved, it's the same. Did not fix the problem, which I suggested or suspected it would not. So I need to keep probing around, see if I can find a logic chip or something that's preventing one of those PROMs from being read. I'll keep looking. Okay, so I reviewed some video on YouTube, and basically all of the black is missing in the motion characters, in the motion objects. The ball doesn't have any black either. So I printed out, I should say, the schematic for the video output. And so I'm going to probe all in here and see which half of this circuitry does the black and which half does the white, and how the gray is done. Hopefully it's in this circuit. I don't know, but I suspect it is. So that's where I'm going to start. Let me start probing. Okay, so I'm looking at the schematic here, and I'm probing around. I'm not seeing any activity coming off of a couple of these pins, on these output pins on F8, going into this selector, which is causing no signal to happen on pin 9. There's no activity here. There is slight activity here. So I'm getting an output on this RAM. There's 2 RAMs here, high-speed RAMs. There is activity on this output of this RAM, but this RAM has no activity at all. It's dead. So it all comes back to no signals here, I believe. So I'm going to try replacing F8 to see if that doesn't allow us to get activity here. And I think if we see activity here, that's going to be the black. I believe without that signal you can have no black, and without this signal you can have no white. And because right now we're seeing just gray. Oh, the ball is white. So we're seeing white, and the players I think are supposed to be a brighter white than that. I don't know. This is just a guess. I don't know what. There's not enough information about what these 2 RAMs do. I assume together they act to generate 4 different colors. You've got a black and a white and 2 shades of gray, I believe. So let me try. I'm just going to take a shot at it. I'm going to try replacing F8. Okay, so I replaced the chip at F8, which in the circuit is this one here, but it didn't fix it. However, if I remove the chip and then look, all the characters are there. All the players are there, but they're all white. So we're on the right track. because of this, I can eliminate a lot of stuff. I can eliminate all of the adders and stuff to match where the different objects need to be drawn, all that stuff that calculates that. And my next assumption is, well, even though this one was good, this guy was not outputting signals that look very good on a couple of pins. So let me try replacing it next and see if that doesn't fix it, because we're real close to what this problem is, I think. And these two guys, like I said, this one wasn't working, but it may be because this one wasn't sending good clean signals. So let me try replacing this one next and see what happens. This chip here has been replaced, and well, we have the picture that we're looking for. We have the black players present now, right there. It's interesting, his feet are gray on that guy. Well, actually they're gray on that guy too. I guess because those are the guys that are selected to be played, and the ones that don't have that are computer controlled. Because these guys here also have a little bit of gray on their feet, it looks like. The ball has the black in there now. So I think it's fixed. I think that's what it was. Now when you look at the schematic, what I was seeing was on all the pins coming off of this guy that I just replaced, all the outputs had clean signals except for pin 5 and pin 7. Everything else was clean, but those two looked weird. But they were still outputs, and I've seen other areas where the signals were weird and it was fine, so I assumed initially that one was not the problem. Here, though, I was getting no outputs with respect to these bad signals. They were not allowing outputs to occur here. So that's why I did this one first. I thought maybe because there's no output, maybe this one was bad, but no, it was this one. Anyway, that's the video. Actually, not quite done yet. I'm going to go ahead and pull these two EPROMs out, put the PROMs back in, turn it back on, and see if it's still 100% working. If so, I'm going to leave the PROMs in there, because the PROMs only have one purpose in life, and that's to be on this board. They cannot be reprogrammed and repurposed. These, though, can be erased and reused. So if the PROMs are good, I'm going to stick with them. Let me do that, and I'll be right back. Got all the original PROMs back in there. Pulled the two EPROMs out. Game is still looking good. Still looks real good. Got the black players, got the white players. And notice that they're white now, not gray. Before they were gray. The ball is now black and white instead of white and basically two tones of gray, a light and a darker gray. So yeah, this is looking great. I think the board's finished, and that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it.